Android charger? Oh, duh.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, parents and hockey fans, and fans watching the live webcast on the ACHA network. Welcome to the Ohio Health Show North in Lewis Center, Ohio, for the 2018 American Collegiate Hockey Association Men's Division II National Championship Tournament. This year's tournament is hosted by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Ohio Health Show Ice Rinks. And now here are the starting lineups for this afternoon's Division II Pool C matchup. Introducing first, the visiting Adrian College Bulldogs. On defense, a junior from Glen Carbon, Illinois, number 19, Philip Grippy. At right defense, a junior from Habertown, Pennsylvania, number 25, Joe Gibb. At right wing, a senior from Battle Creek, Michigan, number 14, Trevor Benaglio. At left wing, a freshman from Plymouth, Michigan, number 22, Hayden Winch. The starting center, a junior from Dearborn, Michigan, number 10, Robert Bathory. And the starting goaltender for the Bulldogs, a junior from Commerce Township, Michigan, number 1, Trevor Kalinowski. Adrian College head coach is Aaron Bay, who's assisted by Brent Beatty and Brett Berger. And now introducing our home team representing the Northeast region, the William Paterson University Pioneers. The senior from Wyckoff, New Jersey, number 2, Corey Sala. On defense, a junior from Ridgewood, New Jersey, number 91, David Heffernan. At left wing, a senior from Merrick, New York, number 37, James Hart. At right wing, a senior from Lyndhurst, New Jersey, number 57, Daniel Sabato. The starting center, a graduate student from Merrick, New York, number 26, James Bob. And the starting goaltender for the Pioneers, a senior from Wayne, New Jersey, number 1, Jordan Houlihan. The head coach of William Paterson is Joe Balance. He's assisted by Kyle Delasco, Ian Michaelchuk, Chris Wine, Robert Kenneth-Aaron, and the general manager is Don Bennett. Here are the officials for today's game as assigned by the ACHA, USA Hockey, and the Ohio Valley Hockey Officials Association. The referees are Rob Lagler and Don Nozick. The linesmen are Max Puckstock and Marty Birkenkamp. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and kindly move all hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to the ACHA Division II Men's National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network. We're live from the Ohio Health Chiller North in Lewis Center, Ohio. Tonight is Pool C matchup, a 1 versus 4 game. The number 1 ranked William Paterson Pioneers from the Northeast region taking on the number 4 ranked Adrian College Bulldogs from the Central region. Andrew Shapiro joined alongside John Paterson. We'll be bringing you the call for tonight's game. William Paterson, number 2 in the nation, number 1 in the group. Adrian College, number 4 in the group, coming in off of regionals. Referees for tonight's game, Rob Lagler and Don Morozic. Linesmen are Max Prexta and Marty Birkenkamp. William Paterson will be moving left to right in the white jerseys trimmed with orange and black. Adrian moving right to left in the yellow jerseys trimmed in black. As we had a false start, we have a preset clock that clicks down during the intermissions, and it hit right at 0 right after the referee dropped the puck. So we'll do it all again from Lewis Center. We're so happy you could be joining us tonight. Face-off won by the Bulldogs and dumped in all the way down off the stick of Philip Grippi. Big check in the corner, lost on the corner now by Sabato, has it for William Paterson. Daniel Sabato breaks out, but the pass is intercepted by Benaglio. Trevor Benaglio couldn't get it in deep on a second effort, dishes it out wide. Coming up the wing is Grippi. He'll get in the red line and throw it on goal, where Jordan Houlihan will glove it down and get a whistle quickly with 28 seconds gone in the first period. Starting goaltenders for tonight's game, Jordan Houlihan, we mentioned his name. He's a senior from Wayne, New Jersey, tending goal for the Pioneers to our left. To our right, Trevor Kalinowski, a junior from Commerce Township, Michigan, will be the goaltender for Adrian, and JP has some stats for us.
Yeah, Kalinowski is 5-3 with a 1.90 goals against, a 942 save percentage. Jordan Houlihan, 21-0, 1.7 goals against, 934 save percentage.
Strange bounce, sees the puck come in front for a Bulldog shot, save made by Houlihan. In the corner and down the wing comes James Karp. Gains the red line and throws it in just to the left of Kalinowski. Starting up with it for Adrian is Zach McDonough. Tries to play ahead, but it's intercepted by Sean LaCourte. LaCourte feeds Steinmel on a 3-on-1 backdoor play. It's Ertman behind the net, but he lost control of the puck. Stolen away by Kyle Borner. Turning with it for a moment with Steinmel. Got it back to the point for Ryan Melvin to dump it in. Behind the net, it's Nick Brown. Brown skates away from the Bulldog and reverses it back for Steinmel one more time. In the corner, Steinmel takes it up and sends it up the wall to Sean LaCourte. Puck kept in by LaCourte neatly and pushed forward into the far side corner. Around for Ertman, it pops over his stick and played up to the point. Nice keep by Melvin and pushed forward one more time. Dalton Anderson will wrap it around the boards, and with it for Adrian is McDonough once again. Cleared out to center. It'll bounce all the way into the William Paterson end. No icing. Wholesale changes made on both sides. Sent all the way down off the mark, so this will be an icing. We've played 1:21 here in the first period, and still no score.
Yeah, we all know William Paterson trying to get their forecheck going. They were able to do it a little bit there in the beginning stages of this period. Just not able to get a shot on goal.
Face-off is to the right of Jordan Houlihan, one of the few goalies in the game that catches with his right hand. Puck wrapped up and a nice keep on the line there by Brett Sievertson. A nice save by Houlihan. Soon that was Sewardson. Apologize for that. Spoke to Coach Aaron Bain. He's got some interesting names, some international students playing for Adrian College today. And so we apologize in advance if there's any mispronunciations. We will do our best to limit those. Sean LaCourte tried to fire one, but it was blocked on the way. Knocked off the puck of Colin Edwards and started up by Adrian College out wide. Sent ahead by Grant Kipper. Back behind the net, circling with it is Huber. Sends it around the boards. LaCourte first one there for William Paterson. Pitchforked out to center, where it'll be taken by Sewardson and dumped back into the William Paterson end. LaCourte looks for a breakout and sends it all the way down. This will be an icing.
It's Conan, sorry.
Apologize for that. It was Brett Conan that made the clearing attempt that turned into an icing. With 2.5 minutes gone in the first period, still no score between William Paterson and Adrian College.
Yeah, so far Adrian seems to have their legs going. William Paterson's got to get themselves ready to get...
Adrian College with a pair of upsets in regionals over number 6 Grand Valley State and number 3 McKendree to put them here in the national tournament. William Paterson, the number 1 in the Northeast, had an auto bid and has not played since about 3 weeks ago when they defeated the RPI Engineers in the Super East Collegiate Hockey League Finals. Circling with the puck is Brandon McLean. Ran into his own player and has to double back, but pitchforks it out to center through the legs of Connor.
which you'll probably see William Paterson try and get themselves going here. It's going to probably take a little bit longer because they haven't played in such a long time.
2 practices this week for the Pioneers as this one cleared up but not out. Bouncing puck shot from the point, up and over the board, score! Falling down was Andy Petersmark, but he lifts it over the blocker of Houlihan. And Adrian has the lead just 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, puck came in. It was actually tipped off the leg of, I think it was Walt Kuiper standing in front. Went over to the goal scorer in front, and he was able to put it over the shoulder of Houlihan.
Petersmark with 9 goals on the season coming into today. That makes lucky number 10 at the 3:31 mark of the first period. Puck sent behind the net. Adrian looks good early, and they break out here. Down the wing comes Benaglio. Benaglio knocked off the puck by Corey Sala. Sent up in front and played out. Good rush up ahead by Todd Unger. He throws it on goal. A save made by Kalinowski, and he'll get a whistle. 16:19 to go in the first period.
Scored by number 17, Andy Petersmark. Assisted by number 11, Brandon McLean. And number 19, Philip Grippy.
So Brandon McLean and Philip Grippy get the assists on Petersmark's goal, and Adrian has an early lead here, 1-0 over William Paterson. Quickly played out wide for Benaglio to push forward. He gets around the falling Melvin, has in 1-on-2. Backhand forehand, score! Trevor Benaglio, a one-man effort, gets around Ryan Melvin, goes backhand backhand again, and beats Houlihan. And quickly, it is 2-0 Adrian College.
Yeah, another big goal by Adrian here, making a move going around the defenseman. Beating the goaltender, Jordan Houlihan.
2 goals in 18 seconds, or 28 seconds, excuse me. 2 goals in 28 seconds for the Bulldogs. They came into this tournament like a team possessed, and they have continued it today. Nice keep at the line by Walt Kuiper. Played out wide. Connon tries to push forward. Gets it as far as the Adrian blue line, but it hops over the stick of Stanko. Back behind the net, Brown with a crunching check. Hertman ties up a man, and Stanko breaks it out to center. Through the stick of Kuiper, down the wing. Here comes Clary. He shoots, saved by Houlihan. Bouncing puck played out wide. Behind the net, Clary tries to throw it in front. It's played out to the point. A nice keep by Stanko. First one is Ryan Ertman. He'll pitchfork it out to center. We've played 4.5 minutes, and Adrian College has a 2-0 lead on William Paterson. Over center, here comes Boscovich. Backhand forehand, he scores! Stefan Boscovich! 3-0 Adrian, and this game is not even 5 minutes old.
I don't think the William Paterson Pioneers know what hit them here. Just defensemen getting beat, and Coach Balance is calling the timeout real fast.
He's going to have to.
Yeah.
And he's on his bench saying, what are we doing here, boys?
Adrian College second goal, scored by number 14, Trevor Benaglio. Assisted by number 7, Adrian Sebag, and number 20, Stefan Boscovich.
So Sebag and Boscovich get the assist on the second goal.
And number 20, Boscovich at 3:59.
So McLean and Grippy got the assist on the first goal. The third goal was scored by Boscovich. We're still waiting for the assist for that. But JP, William Paterson, I mean, they need to wake up here.
It's like they're standing still.
And Adrian College comes into this game. They came in, like I said, a team possessed. They're on a great win streak, and they have just come into this game guns a-blazing. They've scored 3 goals before the game is 5 minutes old.
I mean, defensemen for William Paterson, you can't let these guys skate around you. They go in, they just put the puck on net and score. You got to wake up.
Adrian's got speed, and William Paterson, they play their game off of a speedy game, dump and chase, and faceoff is won again by the Bulldogs. Played up ahead for McLean. Big collision sends 2 Pioneers down.
Yeah, Heffernan trying to get his teammates going here with a big hit attempt.
Grippy behind the net goes off the boards, looking up ahead for Petersmark. A nice pass off to McLean. McLean down the left wing. He throws it, but it was deflected wide by Huber. Tying up in the corner, out in front, save made by Houlihan. Loose puck in the crease, bounces out wide, corralled by James Bob. Out to center, glove down by Joe Gibbs, and pushed forward by Petersmark.
Assisted by number 3, Nick Stanko.
So Stanko, the lone assist on Boskovich's goal, and it's 3-0 Adrian very quickly here. Puck played out to center, and away with this comes Benaglio. He takes a crunching check from LaCourte, separated neatly from the puck. A nice move there, but unable to keep possession was Melvin, as it's offsides for Adrian College. 14:39 to go in the first period. Adrian College leading 3-0.
Yeah, that's what William Paterson's going to have to do, is start getting physical to try and slow Adrian down here.
Face-off just outside the Pioneers' end. Won by the Bulldogs. I don't think Willie P's won a face-off yet, JP.
No, they haven't.
Puck dropped back, but it goes past everybody. First one to get it is Zach McDonough. With Tommy Bauer on him, McDonough wraps it up, but out of play, and we'll get a face-off back inside the Bulldogs' end. Just taking a quick look at this Adrian team, JP. They're big.
Yeah, they're a big team.
They're big.
A lot of tall guys.
They're big and they're fast. But then you look at their goaltender, and their goaltender Kalinowski is one of the more diminutive members of this team, as this one played out to center by Houlihan. Yeah, Kalinowski 5'11", but everybody else 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", as that one rolls just wide. So a couple 6'4" players there. Nice keep by Kuiper. Score!
Oh, that was tipped in front. I think it might have been tipped by either Karp or Bauer, but Karp was celebrating there.
A shot from the point by Walt Kuiper. Catches Kalinowski. William Paterson on the board with 13:34 to go in the first. That's a big answer for William Paterson.
Yeah, it is. A very much needed goal. As, again, the shot came from the point. It was tipped in front.
We'll have to wait and see who gets credit for that one. Kuiper took the shot from the point. As you mentioned, JP, James Karp was celebrating like he had tipped it. It might be Karp's goal. It might have just been Kuiper catching Kalinowski napping. But whatever the case, the Pioneers get on the board, and it's now 3-1 Adrian. Clearing attempt intercepted. Here comes Anderson. His shot goes wide. Off the board, Sala takes over for the Pioneers. Down the wing, Ertman plays it up and out to center. Controlled by Boskovich, stolen away by Sala. Down the right wing, here he comes. Shot save, Kalinowski, and we'll get a whistle. And now some extra pushing and shoving. Sala takes a tumble courtesy of Sewardson. Cooler heads prevail. You were right, JP. That's going to be James Karp's goal.
Assisted by number 15, Brett Common.
Had to be Kuiper.
I think they have that mixed up.
Yeah.
They have Connon listed as the assist. And for James Karp, that's a big goal, the senior from Merrick, New York. Karp on the season had 25 goals. He now tallies his first at Nationals. Controlling off the faceoff is Ryan Melvin. Tries to play it out to center, pushed forward by Colin Edwards, and here comes Bob. Down the left wing, 2-on-2. James Bob takes it into the corner in front, looking for Scott Huber, as it's tied up in the crease, just lying there, unable to get a stick on it was anybody with a yellow jersey, and finally it's corralled and played out to center by Brandon McLean. Melvin circles back and plays it up ahead for Karp. Took a crunching check and just got the puck into the Adrian end. Quickly, here come the Bulldogs, who are offsides. 7 minutes, 35 seconds gone by here in the first period, and Adrian College leading William Paterson 3-1. And on the other side of the building, JP, another 1-4 upset in the making, as our last check saw UMass, number 4 in the region of the Northeast, playing the number 1 in the nation, Penn State, and winning by a 4-1 score in the third period.
Yeah, it was getting late too.
And that game already follows one upset in Pool B, as Lindenwood took out Utah State in overtime. That a 3 triumphing over a 2 by the 3-2 score. Played up to center, here comes Tommy Bauer. Down the right wing, possible 2-on-1 with LaCourte. Bauer holds, shot, save Kalinowski. It careens into the corner. LaCourte goes down and is controlled by Adrian. Reversed back by Gibbs. Controlled by Sabato. Shot coming from the point by Connon. Never makes it on goal. Bounces just wide. Bauer in front. Shot saved Kalinowski, and he'll hang on. 11:47 to go in the first. 3-1 Bulldogs.
All right, so William Paterson woke up after that goal. Kind of getting their forecheck going a little bit here as they were able to put some pressure on Kalinowski, who's up to the challenge so far.
And this is a team that we know, we've seen in the past, JP. We know they can score in bunches. Adrian, we know they can score in bunches too. So this is a great matchup right off the bat. You wouldn't think it's a 1-4, as here comes a 2-on-1 for Adrian. That shot taken by Justin Session and turned away by Houlihan. To the point it goes. Shot goes up and over the bar. Carries around for McDonough. McDonough in the corner, throws in front. Pad save Houlihan. Stolen away by Kuiper. Up and out to center by Bauer. Here comes Karp. Karp, one-on-one, goes backhand, forehand, tries to play it on goal. Karp took a slash. His glove came flying off, and the Bulldogs start out to center. Off the line change, Heffernan plays wide for Sala. Glove down by Bauer. Here's Jordan Euro firing one into the Adrian College end. Catches the high glass and just sits there, played out wide. Out of the reach of Euro, with it now is Sebag. Adrian Sebag, the Frenchman from Paris, skies that one back into the William Paterson end. Circling up with it is Hunter Ledwith. Ledwith tries to get it into the Adrian College end, does so on a second effort, but quickly there to get it is Boscovich. Boscovich wraps it around, it goes under the stick of Sode and all the way down, no icing. First one there is Corey Sala. Slides it around for Heffernan. Heffernan out to center, all the way down, nobody there, and this will be an icing on William Paterson with 10:31 to go in the first period.
Yeah, so far the only one who's still out there for the Pioneers from that shift is Hunter Ledwith, who wasn't able to get off. But Pioneers again have to be a little bit better getting out of their own zone. It seems like every time they turn around, there's another Adrian player on them. So it's got to be more assertive in getting the puck out of their own zone.
It's a final in Pool B. UMass takes down national number 1 Penn State. As that shot saved by Houlihan. National number 1 Penn State goes down 4-1 to UMass in the opening of pool play. And this tournament has been flipped on its head as that bracket is now upset central, JP.
Yeah, what you thought was going to happen didn't in that bracket.
We had all chalk in Pool D earlier today with Adrian, this was sent down for an icing.
Another icing.
All chalk in Pool D earlier today as Aurora took care of Denver 6-3. Northeastern beats Liberty 3-2. That's the 1 and the 2 team both winning their games. On the other side, Pool B is a pair of upsets. Number 3, Lindenwood wins in overtime. Utah State does not get a point for that. So now Lindenwood and UMass sit atop the bracket there. And this makes the rest of the weekend a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Back to the here and now on Rink 1. Andre Tomac tried to get that one into the William Paterson end. Finally able to do so is Philip Grippy. Pitchforks that one back behind Houlihan. LaCourte has it, ties up with a pair of Bulldogs, and it goes to the point for Grippy to control. Grippy, a shot off the back of Ryan Melvin, goes to the opposite point, backdoor play, and a kick save made by LaCourte to keep that one out of the waiting stick of Nick Stanko. Into the skates of Tyler Steinmel, 2-on-2. Steinmel throws a shot, but it was blocked on the way. Ertman there for William Paterson, but Steinmel leaves it off for him now. Nice poke check is taken down, went Steinmel, no call on the play, up to the boards and out to center. Pitchfork back for William Paterson to start up in the person of Steinmel. 1-on-2 over the blue line. He'll just flip this one into the Adrian end. Off the glass, it sits there for Grippy to take over. We've passed the midway point of the first period. William Paterson trails Adrian College by a score of 3-1 in this opening of Pool C action. Colin Edwards to the point, looking for LaCourte. Backhand, forehand, save, Kalinowski, rebound, score!
Oh, it's going to be James Bob.
It's James Bob! And William Paterson gets another one to cut the deficit to 3-2.
Yeah, pressure came down low as Scott Huber and Colin Edwards were able to get the puck behind the goal. Pass out in front. You had LaCourte doing some magic up top as he does from the point. Came in, got the puck into the middle of the zone, and Bob was able to put it behind the goaltender.
So James Bob gets the goal. Sean LaCourte will get the assist. I believe the second assist would go to Colin Edwards, as we should be having our media timeout. Yes, there it is. There is the signal for the media timeout. So 8:53 to go in the first period, and it's been a very eventful one.
Yeah, it has. I mean, you have Adrian coming and taking this big lead, and William Paterson battling back here to cut up to 1. 3-2 now.
So if you're just joining us, number 4 Adrian College comes into this game with a pair of regional wins over number 6 Grand Valley and number 3 McKendree. They come into this game heavy underdogs as the number 4 seed in the bracket, and they score 3 minutes and 31 seconds in on a goal by Andy Petersmark. 28 seconds later, it's Trevor Benaglio who scores to make it 2-0, and Boscovich answers to make it 3-0. William Paterson has thus cut the deficit to 3-2. A couple sponsors we want to make sure we thank: the R-Bar and the Three-Legged Mare, both located on Front Street right next to Nationwide Arena and the Ice House. Open late during Blue Jackets games. Make sure you stop by and let them satisfy all your hunger needs. Andrew Shapiro and John Paterson taking you through this opening game of Pool C in the 2018 ACHA Division II National Tournament. 3-2, Adrian leads as we get a face-off at center ice, fresh off the goal by James Bob. Face-off won by Adrian College. Holding is McDonough. He goes across for Borner to send in behind the net. First one there is Sala. Intercepted by Session, as it was in fact LaCourte and Edwards who get the assist on the James Bob goal. Breaking out for William Paterson is Tommy Bauer. 1-on-2, he's got some help coming. He dishes it off to Corey Sala. Sala on the half-boards, fires it on goal. Save Kalinowski. He'll get the whistle with 8:28 to go in the first period, and still Adrian College leads 3-2.
Again, the William Paterson Pioneers able to get the puck down and get a face-off to the left of Kalinowski.
Off the tie-up, coming away with it is Brett Sewardson. Up the boards, he goes for Nick Mooney to play out to center. Glove down by Hefferon as we'll get a whistle. And I think we're going to have a penalty coming up behind the play. It's going to be a check from behind.
On Karp, I think.
And James Karp is looking like the guilty party here. And so William Paterson will be down a man. Adrian gets the first power play in this game. 2 minutes for checking from behind with 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first period. This is Gibbs. Plays it up ahead for Boscovich. Gets it back now. Boscovich, a shot save made by Houlihan. Petersmark has it for the Bulldogs. Ahead for Boscovich. Goes down low for Gibbs. Tries to go across, and puck goes out of play. Minute 37 to go in the power play, and 7:48 to go in the first period. It's a 3-2 lead for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Face off to the right of Houlihan, won again by Adrian. Briggs plays it off for Boscovich. Boscovich on his backhand with Bob on him, gets it off. Puck poked out to center by Sabedo, and the race is on. 2 Bulldogs there to get it. Boscovich takes the puck. Drops it off for Gibbs, going behind the net, takes a check from Bob, who pokes it into the corner, but Boscovich able to undersave. Interception, as that was Sabedo who stole it away, and Nick Mooney has it for Adrian. Up ahead, he was looking for Petersmark, but it goes through him.
There's going to be a penalty on LaCourte here.
And it's going to be a 5-on-3 for Adrian College.
Slash. As
LaCourte's going to get 2 minutes for slashing, and it's going to be an extended 5-on-3 for a minute 5 as LaCourte goes to the box with 7:16 to go in the second period.
Engines pumping time, light flashes, the flags go off, churning and burning the yard before they definitely deliver and muscle already.
Face off to the right of Houlihan. Won again by Adrian. Poked up but not out by Euro. Sala wraps it around the boards. Controlled by Clary. To the point he goes for McDonough. Clary has it again. Up ahead, this is Grippy. Now McDonough. McDonough holds. Goes down low. Out in front, save Houlihan. That off the try by Sabag. To the half boards it goes for Grippy. For Clary now into his skates. Clary holds. Grippy. Out wide for McDonough on the half boards. He fires the shot blocked by Sala. Here's Clary again. Again to the point for Grippy. Goes down low looking for Sabag, and here's McDonough. Tries to drop it off for Grippy. The puck sits there. Grippy takes it now for Adrian. Going down low for Clary. Backdoor play. Shot blocked on by Sala. That one taken by Dalton Anderson. Anderson has it now. Walks the blue line. Cuts back to the slot. Backhand, forehand. Waiting for an opening. Drops it back off, and it goes out of the reach of Grippy. William Paterson kills off one. It's now 5-on-4 for the next 51 seconds. Through the skates of Bob. Intercepted by Sabato. 2-on-2. Here's DJ Sabato. Tries to get through McDonough and does. Takes it behind there. Wraparound save made by Kalinowski.
That was a nice move by Sabato.
Jack Clary starts up with 38 to go in the Bulldogs power play.
Adrian is definitely trying to hang a man to get the breakout up top.
A messy change by Adrian, but skating in with it is Brandon McLean. Takes it in the corner, dodges a hip check from Melvin and keeps possession to the point he goes for Boscovich. Down low, this is Mooney. Ahead for Boscovich at the point. He goes across for Anderson. Down low, saved by Houlihan. Puck's loose in the slot. Skating up with it is James Bob. He'll take it out wide with 10 to go and just flip it back into the Adrian end. That should just about do it for the Bulldogs power play. They'll go to 0 for 2 with the man advantage on the day. 5:13 to go in the first period. Adrian College leads William Paterson University 3-2 in this opening game of Pool C action here at the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament from the Ohio Health Chiller North in Lewis Center, Ohio. And we're so happy you could join us for tonight's game. Andrew Shapiro and John Peterson taking you through today's action. Ledwith drops a pass off for Todd Unger. He comes in with a head of steam but has the puck neatly stolen away from him. A tie-up into the skates of a Bulldog player and getting it out wide. That was Robert Pithori. Takes a crunching check as once again Adrian goes for a line change. The first one to get it back is Kyle Borner. Borner drops it off for McDonough. McDonough will attempt to start out. He gets around Conca. Out wide for Winch, but it's sent back into the Adrian end. Played up to center. And through the skates of Tommy Bauer as he matches up with his opposite 14, Trevor Benaglio. Offsides as Adrian, they'll have to touch up. Houlihan out to play it with 4:15 to go in the first period, and Adrian leading 3-2. Dropped off from Melvin. Ahead for Karp. Across the crest of center ice, James Karp takes it off and drops it off. LaCourte keeps it on sides. Melvin winds, fires, a block on the way. That by McDonough. McDonough goes off the boards. He was looking for a breakout pass for Alex Sode, but it's turned back the other way for Tyler Steimel. Steimel tries to dance to a Bulldog and Borner, but has it stolen away from him. I gotta say, JP, I'm looking at these jerseys. I want to say Bulldogs. My first thought is Bumblebees.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, the jerseys look great, but the yellow with the black striping just doesn't help the cause.
No, not at all.
LaCourte circles off the oncoming check of Sode and just plays this one out to center. Bauer pitchforks that one back into the Adrian end. The first one to get it is Boscovich. He ties up with Brown in the Zamboni corner. Wraps back around out wide. Through the stick of Bauer and down the wing, here comes Sode. Alex Sode drops it off. From Tomac, a shot save made by Houlihan. Looks like he fought that one off a little bit. Conan skies this one out to center, looking to catch a breakout pass. Backhand pass into the zone, side of the net. That's Karp, or excuse me, that's Edwards.
It's Edwards, yeah.
Edwards in the Zamboni corner, plays it in front. He was looking for Brown, but it's only yellow jerseys to take. Poked free by Kuiper and sent back into the Bulldogs end with 2:50 to go in the first period. Adrian leads 3-2. 3 goals by the Bulldogs. Very early fashion. William Paterson has since answered back to make it 3-2. Over the head of Sabato goes the bouncing puck, and it rolls into the Pioneers' end. Kuiper goes off the boards. He's looking for a breakout in Colin Edwards, but it's kept in at the line by Clary. A shot looking for the deflection on the back door for Sabag, but Sabag unable to get a stick on it. Sabag kicks it to himself on the far side boards and will wait for an opening. Tries to play it up, but it's gloved down by Kuiper. Kuiper out to center. He feeds Edwards on a break. Here's Colin Edwards. Stick lifted and covered up by Matt Kalinowski. And we'll get a whistle as that was Scott Huber on the back door.
Yeah, Huber's not happy. He felt he was interfered with there. Pulled down as he's going for a goal.
Edwards with some strong words for the Bulldogs that surround him. And Colin Edwards is not happy, but it was a clean play, JP. The stick was lifted.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that called a hooking penalty before in this league.
And again, our referees for today's game are Rob Lagler and Don Morozic, linesman Max Prexta, Marty Birkenkamp. Off the tie-up, it's in the Zamboni corner to be played out of the reach of Hunter Ledwith and skied out to center. Glove down by Sala, pitchfork back into the Bulldogs end. Circling with it is Petersmark. Dropped it off for Tomek. Up ahead, but it's intercepted by Heffernan and sent back in with 1:50 to go in the first period. JP's going to go down and get an interview after the first period with Adrian head coach Aaron Bain. And he'll probably have a lot to say after this first period with his team up by a 3-2 count thus far, with still a minute 35 to go in the opening frame. Here's Heffernan backhanding one into the Adrian College end. Kalinowski leaves it off for Joe Gibbs. No relation to any NASCAR fans. Ertman, a backhander, save Kalinowski, rebound, another save Kalinowski, puck is loose, sits in the slot and cleared out wide. There's a broken stick and a partial brawl ensuing as we're going to get a whistle with a penalty coming up. It's going to go against Adrian. Houlihan to the bench for the extra attacker. Melvin with a head of steam down the right wing, takes it in the Zamboni corner. Finally, the touch is made by Nick Mooney, and we will get a whistle. Adrian College will be down a man. William Paterson gets their first power play of the game with 1:05 to go in the first period. It's going to be Nick Mooney getting the call. This was a real old-fashioned wrestling match right in front of Kalinowski. Mooney gets 2 minutes for roughing at the 18:55 mark of the first. William Paterson gets their first power play of the game. And this is a big spot for William Paterson if they're going to have any shot of coming back. Is off the face-off. It's taken by Karp. Backhand pass. Save made by Kalinowski. And it's cleared out to center by Mooney. Rolls on goal for Houlihan to have to leave it off.
2 minutes for roughing.
So 2 minutes for roughing is the call on Nick Mooney as this breakout pass goes through the feet of Sean McCourt. 40 seconds to go in the period, 1:34 remaining in the man advantage for the Pioneers. Sabedo wraps it around the boards. He finds Bob. He goes up the boards for Karp. Karp, very deliberate, drops it off to Bob. Down low for Sabedo, turns and a save made. Kalinowski, backhander, and a save. Kalinowski, the puck is covered. Whistle is blown. The referee very quickly gives a no-goal signal. Sean McCourt having some words with a Bulldog. I believe that's Andre Tomek. And Nick Brown with an extra shove in there as well for William Paterson. Not quite sure how Kalinowski kept that one out. Sabedo started to celebrate like the puck had crossed the line. Referee quickly said that there was no goal. 24 seconds to go in the period, 1:19 remaining in the power play, which it looks like might be extended as making a skate to the box looks like going to be, I believe that's Hayden Winch. And so Winch will go to the box. We don't know for what or how long. There are no Pioneers to offset any penalties. William Paterson with an extended 5-on-3 of their own for 1:19.
The Adrian College penalty was called number 22, Hayden Winch. 2 minutes for a face mask. Bulldog penalty on Winch.
Holding the face mask is the call on Hayden Winch. At the 19:36 mark of the first period, and the referees giving explanations to both captains, Brandon McLean for Adrian, Corey Sala for William Paterson. It's been an eventful first round of games here thus far. All chalk in Pool D as number 2 Northeastern, defeats number 3 Liberty. That by a 3-2 score earlier today. That game followed by a touch-and-go affair for the Aurora Spartans, the undefeated Aurora Spartans, who did wind up beating Denver by a 6-3 count. This face-off to the left of Kalinowski, it's won by William Paterson. Bob spins it back for Karp. Karp holds, goes out wide for LaCourte. LaCourte back for Karp. Puck hops over his stick with 14 to go in the period. Karp holding, looking for a lane, gives it off to LaCourte. Shot save Kalinowski. Puck bounces in the air, played into the corner, off the boards, and a nice keep by Karp. 3 seconds to go in the period. Karp looking for a lane. He throws it in front, bounces down low to the point again. Karp can't get the shot off as the buzzer sounds to end the first period. So the Adrian College Bulldogs come into the national tournament, score 3 goals in the first 5 minutes of the game. William Paterson answers back with a pair, but it's 3-2 Adrian after 20 minutes.
Shot on goal after the first period for William Paterson. They had 15. For Adrian, they had 12.
15-12, the shot advantage for William Paterson after one period. But Adrian has the message where it counts. They have a 3-2 lead over the number 1 Pioneers after 20 minutes of play. JP is standing ice level with head coach of Adrian, Aaron Bain. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're down here with head coach Bain. Coach, you guys jumped off to a 3-0 lead. William Paterson's battled back. Tell us how you feel the first period went for you guys.
Well, it's really it's a tale of two teams. We come out hard and get up on them, and then we kind of let down a little bit, and they start coming hard at us. So, it's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, the rest of the game, we've got still have the 1-goal lead. We've got to kill these penalties off and kind of take care of business here.
So you think that the key to the game is going to be staying out of the box? Seems like both teams kind of took some 5-on-3s.
Yeah, obviously the refs are doing a good job trying to control it. It's getting a little bit chippy out there, but hopefully we can stay out of it and play 5-on-5.
All right, Coach, what do you got to do here for the second period?
More shots, more traffic to the net, and definitely better play on our own end.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Andrew, back up to you.
Thank you, JP. Thank you, Coach Bain. We'll take a timeout here and be back with the second period. After one period of play, the Adrian College Bulldogs 3, the William Paterson University Pioneers 2. You're watching the 2018 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament right here on the ACHA Hockey Network. And welcome back to Lewis Center, Ohio for the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournaments right here on the ACHA Hockey Network. Andrew Shapiro joined alongside John Paterson. First game of Pool C action, and it's been an eventful first 20 minutes, JP, as the Adrian College Bulldogs, number 4 in the Central, lead the William Paterson Pioneers, number 1 in the Northeast, by a 3-2 count.
Yeah, definitely a slow start for William Paterson. Now Adrian's got to kill off a remainder of a 5-on-3 power play here for William Paterson.
51 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time carry over for William Paterson. They'll have about 49 seconds of extra power play time after that, as this one's cleared out to center. William Paterson moving right to left in the white jerseys trimmed with orange and black. Adrian College moving left to right in the yellow jerseys trimmed with the black striping. Sean LaCourte holds. He goes down low for Nick Brown. Back to the point. LaCourte fires a shot, saved by Kalinowski, and he'll get a whistle. 33 seconds gone in the period. 20 remaining on the 5-on-3. Minute 1 in the man advantage. Shots on goal in the first period were 15-12 in favor of William Paterson. Face-off is to the right of Kalinowski. Tie-up is won by the Pioneers. Across for Karp. Goes down low for Bob. In front for Sabato, but it bounced off of his stick, and LaCourte holds now. 10 to go in the 5-on-3. LaCourte down low for Bob. A save made Kalinowski, and he'll hold on for the whistle.
That pass went across to James Bob. The puck was in his skate. He had to kick it out. By the time he got the shot off, Kalinowski was over there with the glove to make the save. 5
seconds left in the man advantage for William Paterson. In the 5-on-3. 46 remaining in the man advantage, and we've played just under a minute here in the second period. Adrian College leads William Paterson 3-2. Face-off won by Adrian, but taken away by Bob. It hits the referee's skate, and Karp has it now. Karp fires a shot, save Kalinowski again, and he'll get the whistle. It's 5-on-4 now for the next 39 seconds as line changes being made on both sides. Earlier scores from today, Pool D all chalk as Aurora defeats Denver 6-3. Liberty falls to Northeastern 3-2. And in Pool B, it was all upsets as Lindenwood takes down Utah State in overtime 3-2. And UMass dispatches of Penn State, number 1 in the nation, by a 4-1 count. Shot by Corey Sala right into the breadbasket of Kalinowski.
Yeah, I'm sure Kalinowski would take that shot all day on the power play.
25 seconds to go in the man advantage for William Paterson. 18:51 to go in the second period. And it's still 3-2 Adrian. Face-off won by Ertman. Shot from the point by Kuiper, blocked and out to center ice. Out off the paraphernalia of Trevor Benaglio. Benaglio, one of 3 goal scorers for Adrian College. Petersmark and Boscovich, the other 2 for the Bulldogs.
It's going to be an icing here.
Indeed it is, as the Jameses tallied for William Paterson. Karp and Bob, the goal scorers for the Pioneers.
The Jameses, huh?
Yes, the Jameses. The James gang.
There you go.
In deference to Mr. Joe Walsh and co. Face-off back in the William Paterson end to the left of Jordan Houlihan. Ertman and McLean square up, and McLean wins the face-off, but it's poked out to center and turned back into the William Paterson end. William Paterson will go to 0-for-2 with the man advantage. They came into the tournament converting at a 31.9%, good for second best among the tournament teams. Adrian College came in with an 85.8% penalty kill. That's good for 6th among tournament teams, as that clear is stopped by Kalinowski. Adrian College, before going 0-for-2 with the power play today, 21.4%, good for 12th among tournament teams. William Paterson killing him off at an 84.5%, at good for 9th among tournament teams. Again, both teams now 0-for-2 with the man advantage. Both teams killing off 5-on-3s successfully. This one played in front of the Adrian College bench, played out to center by Heffron, and starting in with it is Colin Edwards. Edwards, the backhand on the near side boards, looking backdoor play for a pass in front, deflected on goal, save Kalinowski, he's got it under his pads, and some pushing and shoving in shoes. As we played 2 minutes and 28 seconds here in the second period, and Adrian College still leads 3-2.
What's with this pool? It seems like this is going to be the pool where all that stuff happens after the whistle. Happened in the first game, now it's happening in the second one too.
Well, don't forget the last game was still Pool B.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, this rink.
Or was Pool D, excuse me.
This rink.
Well, the first game was pretty tepid.
Yeah.
Between Northeastern and Liberty, but it all remains to be seen how these teams adjust. Because remember, this is everybody's first game in the tournament.
Yep.
Few teams have had practices. A couple teams have had multiple practices. So it's all about kind of adjusting to tournament lifestyle. Off the face-off, Sabato's shot goes deflected out of play, and we'll do it all over again.
Kalinowski able to get the blocker on that one.
And again, if you are unfamiliar with tournament play, 3 games in round robin, most points moves on. Overtime losses get you 0 points. A win is a win is a win. A loss is a loss is a loss. We'll have 4 bracket winners on Monday. Those winners from pools B and D will go head-to-head in their first semifinal. Pools A and C will go head-to-head in the second semifinal, with the champions meeting at the Ice House in downtown Columbus Tuesday afternoon to decide the ACHA Division II national champion. Up ahead for James Karp. He drops it off for LaCourte. LaCourte takes it into the far side corner. Takes behind the net, muscled off the puck by a pair of Bulldogs. It goes up the wall, and a nice keep-in by Melvin. Only briefly, though, as it's played ahead by Gibbs. Joe Gibbs has his stick lifted by LaCourte, and we'll get a whistle, and it's going to be a hooking call to William Paterson. And very quickly, Corey Sala out to argue his case.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, I thought he was. He's actually going to the face-off circle. So Sean LaCourte will get 2 minutes for hooking at the 3:09 mark of the second period.
LaCourte's got to be careful here. He's not going to be able to get away with the stuff that he usually does with the little tugs and everything.
Well, it looked fairly clean from where I was standing, but obviously I don't have the best viewpoint, so I'm not going to be able to make any kind of a discretion. Face-off is won by Adrian College. In the corner, it's Sabag. He goes to the point for McDonough. Back down low for Sabag. Looking in front, shot coming. It goes up and over to the bar, out of play. Off the stick of Andre Tomek. Minute 44 to go in the power play for Adrian. 16:35 to go in the second period. Bulldogs leading 3-2.
2 minutes for hooking at 3:09.
Face-off to the right of Houlihan, tied up and won by Adrian. Back to the point for McDonough. He goes for Sabag on the half-boards. Back to the point for McDonough. Looking, goes across the blue line for Grippy. Up to center, and a case keep by McDonough, played the length of the ice by Euro. Line change for both teams. Minute 22 to go in the power play for Adrian. 16:30 to go in the second period. The Bulldogs leading the Pioneers 3-2 in this opening game of Pool C action. We're so glad you could join us on the ACHA Hockey Network, as this one goes off the stick of Nick Mooney and back to the point for a keep-in by Grippy. He gets a pass back from Mooney as they play catcher. Excuse me, that was Petersmark. Ahead again for Grippy. Deflected just wide. Backdoor. Save made by Houlihan. The puck is loose and it's cleared out to the point. Controlled by Gibbs. Has James Bob on him, but escapes neatly. Takes it in the corner and takes a man down hard. That Corey Sala. Puck bounces out to center off the shot attempt by Nick Stanko with 37 seconds to go in the power play for the Bulldogs. Cleared the length of the ice almost onto the stick of Sabato. It actually has to be covered up briefly by Kalinowski, who sends it around. Pioneers bench wanted a tripping call on Kalinowski, none given, as Stefan Boskovich leaves it off. Gibbs will wait for a clearing attempt and gets it. Down the wing comes Mooney.
This should be an icing.
And indeed it is, with 12 seconds to go in the power play for Adrian and 15:03 to go in the second period. Bulldogs leading the Pioneers 3-2. Face-off is back in the Adrian College end. It'll be to the right of the goaltender Trevor Kalinowski. Tied up and won by Colin Edwards for William Paterson. He's rubbed off the puck by Mooney, and it stays in the Bulldogs' end. Circling back with it is Gibbs with no time left on the power play. William Paterson kills off another one. The Bulldogs 0 for 3 now on the day with the man advantage. Boskovich ties up in the corner with Karp. They keep going down and at each other, but nothing comes of it. Puck played out to the point, goes through the stick of Melvin, and getting through him with ease was Petersmark. Petersmark gets around Melvin one more time, but Melvin gets the puck back. A stretch pass onto the stick of Karp. He's got a man breaking. He finds him in front. Edwards backhand forehand. He scores!
Wow, what a play.
Colin Edwards on the beautiful feed from James Karp. William Paterson ties it at 3.
Edwards with a nice move as he got the pass over from James Karp, going around the goaltender, tying it up at 3-3 here with 5 minutes and 35 seconds gone in the first period. Second period, I'm sorry.
Karp and Melvin will get the assists.
I'll tell you what, that's got to make William Paterson feel a little bit better there.
So we're back level. 5:35 gone in the second period. We're back tied at 3, and now it's a whole new hockey game. Puck off the faceoff, dumped into the Adrian end, wrapped around by Stanko, kept in at the point by Kuiper. Onto the stick, Stymel, save made by Kalinowski. Pushed forward by LaCourte. One more time for Ertman, sticked away by Kalinowski. Brown leaves it off for Ertman. Tries to drop it off, but it's stolen away from him by McLean. Brandon McLean tries to play it out, intercepted Ertman. His shot goes wide. To the far side boards it goes. Tie up to the right of the William Paterson bench. Pushed forward briefly by Stymel. Shot from the point, saved by Kalinowski, but he couldn't glove it down, and it's pitchforked out to center. Sala tries to leave it off for Stymel, but it goes through him, and LaCourte takes over for William Paterson. LaCourte into the Adrian College end, tries to make a move and does. Backhand, forehand, up and over the bar.
Sean LaCourte showing why we call him the magician with those hands and that puck handling ability.
Canaglio, a cross-corner dump in and gets dumped for his efforts. Clearing attempt fanned by Huber. Huber has it again, spins away from the oncoming forecheck of Dalton Anderson. Drops it off for Kuiper. Kuiper tries to play it up to center. It's intercepted and intercepted again, this time by Bob. Stolen again one more time by Anderson. Backdoor play, but unable to finish was Clary. To the point it goes. A shot from Gibbs goes into the corner. To the back of the net it goes as a pair of players wrestle behind the play. Edwards on the far side board tries to leave it off for Bob, and he'll get it out to center, but all the way down.
It's going to be an icing.
And this is no icing, as Gibbs had to get there, or else Huber would have gotten there first. Up and all the way down, and this one will be an icing.
No, it's waved off.
They're going to say no icing as it was touched by a William Paterson player in the midst of a line change. 12:36 to go in the second period. We're tied at 3. William Paterson has erased a 3-goal deficit that they attained 5 minutes into the game. To the point it goes. Connon a shot blocked down by Phil Grippy. Again, Connon winds, fires, save Kalinowski, rebound, score!
Edwards again!
It's Colin Edwards on the back door! Slams home the rebound! 12:19 to go in the second, and William Paterson leads 4-3. They have come all the way back.
Now there's an example of how William Paterson's patience. Connon takes a shot. Puck gets saved, comes back out to him. He takes another shot, and he finds Edwards on the rebound for the score. There's going to be a timeout by Adrian here.
And this game has flipped on its head, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've been watching the whole way, because it has been a fun game. Adrian, 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, forces William Paterson to take their timeout. William Paterson scores 2 in the first. They've scored 2 in the second by Colin Edwards. Tommy Bauer will get the secondary assist on Colin Edwards' second goal of the game, second goal of the period, JP, and it's a 4-3 lead for William Paterson.
Yeah, Edwards has been out, the last couple of games, and now all of a sudden he's back in here, and he's getting back on the scoreboard.
So Adrian takes a timeout to catch their breath and try to figure out what is going on. And we spoke about it off camera. This William Paterson team, we know, has a penchant for success in the second period, and they're showing it here.
Yeah, we've seen them have a lot of success. I know they definitely come over to, they come out slow sometimes in the first. A little bit different from how they normally are. They're usually a first period team the past couple of years, but this year they've been a second period and third period team.
So we'll have a face-off at center ice. William Paterson leads 4-3. A pair of second period goals by Colin Edwards. Face-off won by Adrian. Bauer tries to play it ahead, but he ties up with Sala. Gets it back and feeds James Karp. Karp tries to dump it off for Sabato, but Sabato in an offsides fashion as a pair of Pioneers tie up with one Bulldog, that being Adrian Sabag. Sent up to center and an interception on a clearing attempt. Now in comes Justin Session. He gets through Corey Sala. Session circles back on the far side corner. Tries to cut to the center of the net. Taken down by Sala. And starting up with it is Sabato. Sabato skies this one out to center. Goes over the stick of Kyle Borner and sent back into the Pioneers' end. Heffron goes across for Sala. Sala takes a man down again. At center ice, in comes Sabato. Down the right wing, Sabato pad save. Kalinowski loose in front. Kalinowski steers that one to the corner. Heffernan tries to push it forward. It's intercepted. Sabag
nice play by Heff.
A diving stop by Heffernan. And we'll get a whistle. And a penalty is coming up, it looks like, to William Paterson. A slashing call. And it looks like it's Tommy Bauer going in the box. And Sean LaCourte pleading his case to the referee. And so with 11:19 to go in the second period, William Paterson will be down a man yet again. Bauer gets 2 minutes for slashing. Adrian 0 for 3 with the man advantage today. Face-off won by the Bulldogs, but in the corner it's tied up by Ryan Melvin. Behind the net it goes. Melvin takes a check, tries to play it ahead for LaCourte. Side of the net is cleared up and out of play. That by Hunter Ledwith. Minute 46 to go in the power play, 11:05 to go in the second period. 4-3, William Paterson leads.
Pioneers had a chance to clear. Unfortunately, the puck went out over the boards. So the face-off is going to be to the left of Jordan Houlihan.
Clearing attempt sailed on Hunter Ledwith, and the face-off is won by William Paterson. LaCourte sends this one out to center in play, and it goes all the way down. Kalinowski has to leave it off. Up with a head of steam comes Joe Gibbs.
Ledwith lost his glove. He's going right to the bench.
Gibbs into the William Paterson end on the far side corner. In front, Mooney shot save made. Houlihan tries to dive on the rebound. Puck is loose. It's still loose. They battle for it. It goes behind the net. Cleared around the boards and out of play. And we're going to get a penalty coming up as Andy Petersmark kept pushing and shoving on Sean LaCourte,
Just make sure it's on him and not on LaCourte. We've seen LaCourte go to the box a number of times.
Well, the back referee had his arm up, and we'll wait to see what the official call is. Mooney's going to the box.
I've seen a cross-check.
And it looks like it's going to be just Mooney. 2 minutes for cross-checking, and so that'll do it for the Adrian power play. They'll go to 0 for 4 on the day. William Paterson will have a man advantage for 43 seconds once everything blows over. 9:24 gone in the second period. William Paterson is now leading by a 4-3 count. And the referees are meeting at center ice to sort out everything.
2 minutes for cross-checking. Bulldog penalty on Mooney.
And so Mooney gets the only penalty of that fracas, and it's back in the face-off will be back in the Adrian College end to the left of Trevor Kalinowski.
Fracas.
Yes, fracas. A fracas, a scrum, a brouhaha, whatever you want to call it.
We'll go with fracas.
All right.
You already brought it up. So.
Fracas it is. A freaking fracas. To the point for Corey Sell, as Brett Luther is shaking his head and wondering what he's done. Sal's shot save. Kalinowski pops in the air and batted down and up to center, and the race is on. LaCourte shifts it back, and 3 Pioneers converge on one puck. Coming away with it was DJ Sabato for a moment. Diving play by Bob goes out of his reach. 2-on-1. Here comes Session. He takes a tumble but pushes it forward and down to the ice hard behind the play.
Surprised there's no call there. Sala took a man down. There's a Shove from behind, too.
Clary went down, he thought illegally, takes LaCourte out from behind, takes a tumble, and after all this is said and done, there's 35 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. William Paterson waiting for that 47-second power play. Up the boards it goes for James Bob. 2-on-3, he's got Sabato with him. Bob gets through a bulldog, that being Sewardson. Stolen away by Boscovich. Boscovich starts out with a head of steam across the crest of center ice, 3-on-2. Puck knocked off his stick, but he gets it back. Near side corner, Boscovich looking in front. He had Benaglio, but unable to pull the trigger. Here comes Karp. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Karp down the left wing. Fires a shot fought off by Kalinowski.
There's going to be a penalty.
Arm is up for a penalty. Karp is down in some serious pain. Benaglio standing there like he doesn't know what he did. The net came off its moorings.
This is a media timeout.
And there's a media timeout taken. James Karp still slow to get up. So we've got the media timeout here in the second period with 9:22 to go. William Paterson leads 4-3. We want to thank our sponsors, the R-Bar, the best bar to watch hockey in Columbus, located at 415 North Front Street, right next to Nationwide Arena. Also want to thank the Three-Legged Mare at 401 North Front Street. Great lunch and dinner, open late during Blue Jackets games. Great place to have lunch and dinner. And both bars located right next to Nationwide Arena and the Ice House, the home of the ACHA Division II National Semis and Championship. We also want to thank Marathon, fueling the American spirit. To find your nearest Marathon station, visit mymarathonstation.com and find out how they can fuel your next road trip. So JP, let's break this down. Adrian College comes out guns a-blazing, scores 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, forces William Paterson to take their timeout. The Pioneers get 2 back at the end of the period, 1 by James Karp, 1 by James Bob. They're down 3-2. Everybody's shaking their heads going, what happened? We know that William Paterson has a good history of a second period. They come out here and score 2 goals in a little over 2 minutes, both by Colin Edwards, back-to-back shifts. They now lead 4-3. But neither team has been able to convert on the power play. William Paterson, thus far on the power play, is 0 for 2. They'll have a power play coming up in a few minutes, and an extended one at that.
Yeah, there's a couple more guys still in the penalty box, too. With Bauer being one, and it looks like Mooney's still in there.
Tommy Bauer will come out in 3 seconds. William Paterson will have a 43-second 5-on-3, their second 5-on-3 of the game. They're 0 for 2 with the man advantage, that 5-on-3 being the 0 for 2. Couldn't see what the last penalty was, but it looks like it was a penalty, so Adrian College is down 2 men for the next 2 minutes. Or for the next 43 seconds, excuse me. Bob goes to the point for Karp. Karp, backdoor play, save made Kalinowski, puck sits loose on the side, and circling away with it is Sabato. Goes to the point for Karp. Karp holds, goes back across for LaCourte. LaCourte mishandles the puck, but has it now on the near side point. Walks to the top of the slot. Score!
What a shot!
Sean LaCourte goes upstairs! 5-3, William Paterson, a power play goal for Sean LaCourte! Oh, he beat Kalinowski way up high!
LaCourte, I think Karp's going to get an assist there. I think he's the one who sent it over to him at the top.
11:03 gone in the second period. William Paterson 5-3 here.
And the Pioneers still have 1 minute 31 seconds on a 5-on-4 man advantage here. This could be the point where the Pioneers break this game open.
You know, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to dabble into the land of cliche and go with something along the lines of where Mama hides the cookies or something along those lines. I figured it was better I didn't. Edwards has the puck, Ertman has the puck knocked off of his stick. Gibbs plays it out wide, and it's up but not out. Nice keep there by Huber. He goes into the far side corner, down low for Ertman. Back for Huber behind the net. Scott Huber goes to the point. Shot by Melvin. Goes up and out of play.
Hit the rafter up top. It was deflected.
5-3, William Paterson leads. 3 second period goals for the Pioneers.
Play goal scorer number 5, Sean LaCourte. Assistant by number 37, James Karp. Pioneers goal.
Karp, the lone assist on the court's first of the tournament, as this one is sent all the way down. Still a minute left on the William Paterson power play. 8:26 to go in the second period. The Pioneers have opened up a 5-3 lead after trailing 3-0 just 5 minutes into the game. Salad down the right wing. He looks for an outlet. Takes it himself behind the net. Still on the near side boards is Sala. Tries to drop it off for Huber, but it's pitchforked out to center and all the way down. 36 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Ryan Melvin holds. Plays it behind Huber, who has to now double back as the oncoming Zach McDonough forces it back behind his own net. Excuse me, that was Andre Tomek. Melvin waits for an opening with 20 to go in the power play. Finds Kuiper. Pushed into the Adrian College end. Behind the net. Gibbs wraps this one around. It's kept in by Kuiper. Near side board, Sabedo. He shoots, and it goes off the stick of Kalinowski. 2 seconds and 1. Adrian back to 5-on-5, but William Paterson converts on the first half of the man advantage, as this one is an offsides play. 7:39 to go in the second period. William Paterson leads Adrian College 5-3.
So the face-off is going to be to center ice here, just outside the Adrian zone.
Face-off is won by the Bulldogs. Interception by Edwards. He sends it back in behind the net. First one there is Clary. Excuse me, that is Sewardson. Looking in front of backdoor play. Edwards batted that one out of the air. And we had a goaltending change, actually, JP.
It's going to be another penalty here.
We want to point out, we did miss a goaltending change. Will Emch is now in goal for Adrian. I want to think that one came in probably after the fourth goal.
Edwards is getting a high sticking penalty.
And so Colin Edwards will be penalized. High sticking. Adrian goes back to the power play. They are 0 for 4 on the day. And so with 6:58 to go in the second period, William Paterson once again down a man.
We've seen this all season with William Paterson. They got to stay out of the box.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Half boards, it's Jack Clary. He goes up for Grippy. He goes across for McDonough. Down low for Sabag. Sabag holds. In the corner, he goes up for McDonough. McDonough fires, blocker down, and sits loose. Played ahead and cleared out to center and all the way down.
It's going to be on goal, too.
Emch has to play that one. 30 seconds gone in the William Paterson penalty kill. 6:25 remaining in the second period. William Paterson now leads by a 5-3 score. With a head of steam, here comes Zach McDonough. Down the left wing. Has Sabag breaking to the bar post, but he finds him on the Zamboni corner door. Up ahead for Philip Grippy. Grippy has the puck poked away from him by Sabedo. 2-on-1. Bob springs Sabedo. Here's Sabedo. Short-handed breakaway. He holds. He scores!
Wow.
Daniel DJ Sabedo, a short-handed goal. And it's 6-3. William Paterson.
Anytime the Pioneers are short-handed and those two are out there, Sabedo and Bob, they're always thinking offense, no matter what the situation is. And that time, Bob was able to get the puck over to Sabedo, who went in and scored.
Sabedo Sabedo started the play. Sabedo finished the play. Then in between, James Bob helps himself to an assist. And offense is everywhere tonight, or at least it has been in the last 15, 25, 35 minutes.
Yeah, that you could definitely say.
So William Paterson down 3-0 5 minutes into the game, has since scored 6 unanswered, leads Adrian 6-3 in the late stages of the second period. This one backhanded in by Boscovich. First one there is Melvin. He goes up the boards. Keep in by Boscovich. Down the half boards. A Pioneer took a tumble.
That was Melvin. He dove to get that out.
And he did so successfully. Behind the net, here's LaCourte. McLean into forecheck. He muscles LaCourte off the puck. 30 seconds to go in the Adrian power play. In the corner, it's Nick Mooney. Players converging on all sides. And out of the tie-up, it goes to the point for a keep-in by Boscovich. Just sends that one into the opposite corner. Mooney has it, played it in front, but it's poked out of the reach of Conca. Down low, here's Gibbs.
Nice hit by Melvin.
Off the boards and up to the point. A keep in by Boscovich. Unger tried to play it forward, but he's unable to do so. Mooney taken down, legally so. Takes a whack at Melvin, but he clears it up and out to Boscovich. Shot save, Houlihan! Sliding across with the pad, Jordan Houlihan got there in time to deny Andy Petersmark. Boscovich goes out wide, shot save, Houlihan, rebound loose in front, Mooney can't back it home.
It's probably going to be an
set
icing
all the
here.
way down.
Yep.
Yes, this will be an icing on the Pioneers with 4:33 to go in the second period, and William Paterson leading by a 6-3 tally. Thrown out of the faceoff. Michael Conca has to come in to take it. Faceoff won by the Bulldogs. Out to center. Sent ahead by Tomac. He wraps it around the boards. Pitchforked up but not out by LaCourte. Circling with it is Benaglio. Throws it back for Mooney. To the point it goes. McDonough shot goes up and over the bar. Catches the high glass and caroms all the way around. Down to the ice hard when a Bulldog. He's slow to get up.
Penalty.
LaCourte
again.
LaCourte is incensed that there's a penalty call. It was a collision. It was a tie-up.
Calling a slash. Wow.
Kepper went down a little bit awkwardly. LaCourte will get 2 minutes. It looks like it's going to be for slashing. And so with 4 minutes exactly remaining in the second period, William Paterson will once again be down a man. Adrian College 0 for 5.
No, it's not 4. It's 4:08 left.
4:08, excuse me. And the netting provides a little bit of a barrier for us to see.
It's not the easiest scoreboard to read either.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Shot save made by Houlihan. Puck slips loose in the crease. Unable to pull it home was
There's going to be a penalty here.
And
it's on the Pioneers. Oh my God. You could have called that either way.
Backdoor play. This is Petersmark. He throws it on goal. Saved by Houlihan. Touch is made by Kuiper. And for the second time in the game, Adrian will have an extended 5-on-3 for a minute 38. This with 3:46, 3:46 to go in the second period. That's Hunter Ledwith getting 2 minutes. I believe it was for holding was the call. 5-on-3 again for the Bulldogs. They're 0 for 5 on the man advantage on the day. Boscovich goes down low and gets a pass back. He holds. Plays catch there with Petersmark. Petersmark up ahead. Boscovich goes opposite corner. Through the crease, and it carries all the way around and out of play. A minute 19 to go in the second period. While we have a brief moment, I want to give a big shout out to my friends from Detroit who are watching this game from Nationwide Arena in Columbus. They made the trip to support the Red Wings, who will be in Columbus tonight to face the Blue Jackets, and thank you guys all for watching. Of course, thank you everybody at home. A shot score! Petersmark fires it from the point. Adrian gets one back. It's 6-4.
5-on-3, goal scored by Adrian. Gets them a bit closer here, as the Pioneers are still up 2.
16:23, the time of that goal. And James Karp at center ice trying to figure out what's going on with the referee there. But at the end of it all, it's 6-4, and the Bulldogs are not done yet. Still a minute 22 remaining on the Adrian College power play as this faceoff is pushed ahead by the Pioneers. Back behind the net, McDonough. Up the left wing, here comes Benaglio. Benaglio gains the William Paterson line, tries to drop it off. It's intercepted by Karp. Karp with a potential break, but he has to double back and hold it to crest his center ice. Over the red line, over the blue line. A keep-in by Hefferon. Starting up with it, and now we'll get a whistle for a hand pass as Borner had a break and ahead of Steve. 2:40 to go in the second. 54 seconds remaining in the power play for Adrian.
And number 20, Stefan Boskovic. The Bulldog power play goal was scored by Petersmark, assisted by Gibbs and Boskovic.
So Gibbs and Boskovic will get the assist on Petersmark's second goal of the game. That now has Adrian back to a down 2. Down the wing, here comes Anderson. Backdoor play, save made, and it bounces around. Up to center and all the way down with 40 to go in the power play for the Bulldogs. 2:20 remaining in the second period. It's been a very back and forth game. Adrian scored 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, conceded 6 straight, got 1 back. Clary pulls up and feeds a pass across for Anderson. He goes down low. This is McLean. Into the corner for Sabag. Backdoor play. He was looking for McDonough but couldn't connect. Breaking out is Euro. He goes off the boards and is sent all the way down. 10 seconds to go in the Bulldogs power play. Dished up ahead on the near side boards. Euro into keep, but it goes through him. Starting up with it is McDonough across the crest of center ice. Back to 5-on-5. McDonough takes a nice move, loses his stick, kicks it back behind the net. Kuiper tries to throw it up the boards, does so successfully. Almost intercepts as it's now wrapped around. Near side boards it comes to be played. A collision and down to the ice hard went Todd Unger. Edwards starts up with it now. Edwards goes down the right wing. JP's going to go get an interview with head coach Joe Balance of the William Paterson Pioneers following this period as he steps away from his mic. A collision at center ice, sees this one poked forward, and coming in with it is McDonough. McDonough gets to one man. That was actually Tomek. Starting down the lane, here comes Sala. Sala with a 4-on-3. He holds, looking for a backdoor pass, and Edwards goes far side corner. Behind the net, here's Ledwith. Looking out in front, it's stolen away briefly. Here's Edwards firing a shot through the crease. Up to the point it goes, pushed forward by Sala. Only as far as the goal line, played up ahead by Sewardson and all the way down. Glove down out of the air by Kuiper. Sent back into the Adrian College end to control now by Boskovic. Boskovic plays up to center. He connects on a pass to Mooney. Mooney drops it off. Holding a shot, never made it on goal. That taken by McLean. Circling back for the Pioneers is Sabedo. He's got 1 on the night. Touched forward by Huber. He'll go for a line change as we're 26 seconds away from the end of the second period. Gibbs ties up in the corner with Edwards. Up the boards and not out. A nice keep by Ryan Melvin. Second and third attempts don't do anything as Melvin has the puck underneath him and a Bulldog on top of him. We'll get a whistle with 12.8 seconds to go in the second period. William Paterson holding on to a 6-4 lead in a very, very back and forth second period. Faceoff will be just outside the William Paterson end. And it's won by the Pioneers. At center ice, LaCourte tries to dump it in. He hits friendly fire in Tommy Bauer. An offsides play as LaCourte made an extra move. Sabedo couldn't recuperate. 5 seconds to go in the second period, and the faceoff will be back at center ice. The game on the other side going on right now. It's Toledo taking on Northern Arizona. That faceoff is sent into the opposite corner and out of play with a 1/10 of a second left in the period. We'll bring you updates for that game as we come to the third period. And obviously we'll take you around the league once we resume play for the final 20 minutes of regulation. Face-off merely a formality here. It's one, or I guess you can't really say that it's one. It just kind of dropped. But at the end of the 40 minutes of play, William Paterson back on top. It's now 6-4 after 2.
Shots on goal after the second period for William Paterson. They had 20 in the second for a 2-period total of 35. For Adrian, they had 9 in the second for a 2-period total of 20 points.
Shots 20-9 in favor of William Paterson in that period. A 2-period total of 35-21 in favor of the Pioneers. JP is ice level with William Paterson head coach Joe Balance. Go ahead, JP. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're down here with Coach Joe Balance. Coach, big turnaround there in the second period. You guys now up 6-4.
Yeah, I think, obviously we didn't have a good start. First 5 minutes we're down 3. Had to use a timeout early to kind of just settle things back down and just to start to play our game. I knew if we could start playing our game, we could get back into this little by little.
The penalties seem to be getting in the way of you guys, taking this home. What do you got to do here in the third period to change things?
We got to stop taking penalties. We got to keep our sticks down. I think we got to clean up the stick work. If we can do that, we'll be in good shape. I mean, some of the calls, whether you agree with them or not, they're calling it tight. We got to keep our sticks down and use our feet to defend.
We've seen you guys have big second periods throughout the season. Third period's the key here. What are you going to tell your guys going into the third?
We're in the driver's seat. Keep it simple. Get pucks deep. Play our game. Make sure we have good defensive structure, and make sure we don't leave any exposed ice through the neutral zone and D zone, and keep getting pucks deep. If we have the puck, that's the best defense. So time of possession will be key for us.
All right, Joe. Thanks for your time. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
Andrew, back up to you.
Thank you, JP. Thank you, Coach Balance. We'll take a timeout, bring you the third period of this exciting game. William Paterson leads 6-4 after 2 periods of play. You're watching the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournaments right here on the ACHA Hockey Network. Welcome back to the third period of action here at the Ohio Health Chiller North in Lewis Center, Ohio. ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament, first game of Pool C action. Andrew Shapiro, John Paterson taking you through the call as you see the teams entering the ice. William Paterson leads Adrian College by a score of 6-4. If you're just joining us, Adrian scored 3 goals in the first 5 minutes of the first period. William Paterson got 2 back after a timeout. Colin Edwards scored a pair in the first 7:41 of the second period. Those goals coming 2 minutes and 29 seconds apart. Sean LaCourte and DJ Sabato, each with a power play and a shorthanded goal respectively. Andy Petersmark, the goal for Adrian to cut the deficit to 2. William Paterson moving left to right in the white jerseys trimmed with orange and black. Adrian College in the yellow jerseys trimmed in black, moving right to left. We're happy you could join us here tonight on the ACHA Hockey Network. Strap yourselves in. It's going to be a great third period. Quickly in come the Pioneers. Sabato, a shot goes up and over the bar. Tie up in the corner. Sabato escapes with it in the Zamboni corner. Drops it off for Karp. Karp takes a big collision there from Brett Sewardson. Up and out to center past Corey Sala. Tommy Bauer has it now and tries to play it up ahead, but he's met there by Hayden Lynch. Bouncing puck out to center and it's played back into the William Paterson end. Jordan Houlihan defending the goal to our left. And Will Emch defending the goal to the right as we get a whistle and a pair of Bulldogs down to the ice. One in some serious discomfort, that being Nick Mooney, looks like. Or it could be Alex Sode. It's tough to see from here. And quickly the trainer onto the ice is...
I think Heffern's getting a penalty here.
Heffern's going to go to the box. And they may be kicking Heffern out of the game here. It looks like that's exactly what's going on. So it looks like David Heffern will be ejected from the game. Just 46 seconds into the third period, William Paterson is without one of their defensemen. Meanwhile, down to the ice still is Alex Sode. You can hear the fans behind us screaming for a 5-minute penalty. We'll wait to see what the call is. The clapping you hear is that Sode is now on his feet. Looks like he is stable and ready to play on.
Yeah, 5-minute major.
A 5-minute major and a game misconduct has been given to David Heffern just 46 seconds into the third period. And behind us, a goal has been scored. We'll give you updates on that. That game again, Northern Arizona taking on that game again. I apologize for the blank in my memory. It's Northern Arizona taking on Toledo. Thank you, Brett. So a 5-minute power play coming up for the Bulldogs. They can score as many times as they want. David Heffern, a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. The infraction still to be determined. And we'll get a whistle before the puck is even dropped.
Serving the penalty is Michael Conca, number 17 for William Paterson.
A huge moment in this game. William Paterson leads by 2 goals, but now must kill off an extended penalty kill. It's a face-off to the left of Jordan Houlihan.
A 5-minute major for boarding and a game of...
Boarding the infraction that sends Heffern out of the game. Backdoor play, save Houlihan! Mooney has it now for Adrian. Far side corner, he goes up for Petersmark. Across for Boscovich, back for Petersmark. Shot blocked by Ledwith. Sent back behind the net. Sala there for William Paterson. Avoids a check and kicks the puck around for a little bit to try to move some clock. 3 Bulldogs on him and is able to do so. Goes through Jordan Euro. Backhanded through the slot, but back onto the stick now of Brandon McLean. Holding is Gibbs. He looks backdoor, but it's poked away by Sala and out to center. 4:16 to go in the penalty. 18:26 to go in the third period. William Paterson leads Adrian College 6-4. To the point it goes. Gibbs fires. That one misses the net. Hits the glass and rattles around for Petersmark. Up ahead for Boscovich, but it's hopped off of his stick and out to center. 1:03 gone in the penalty kill for William Paterson. And 1:52 gone in the third period. That sees the Pioneers leading the Bulldogs 6-4. Down the wing, here's DJ Sabedo. Tries to get through Philip Grippy. Has it now and plays it out to center. Ryan Melvin holds. He feeds ahead for Sabedo. Sabedo takes it into the Adrian College end. One hands it back behind the net. Grippy has it stolen away by Sabedo. Good puck movement here by the Pioneers, and Sabedo loses the puck. Almost gets it back, but starting up with it is Jack Clary, 2-on-1. Clary shot. I think that was tipped on the way and controlled by Adrian Sabag. To the point for McDonough now. McDonough walks the blue line, goes down low for Sabag. Gets a pass back. Throws it towards goal. Glove down by Houlihan, and he'll get the whistle. 3:07 to go in the Adrian power play. 17-22 in the third period. On the opposite side, the Northern Arizona Ice Jacks have struck first, and they lead the Toledo Rockets by a 1-0 count that game in the first period. Face off to the right of Houlihan, the glove hand of the senior from Wayne, New Jersey. Toledo also failing to convert on a penalty shot, the first penalty shot of the tournament on the opposite side. That dump in goes up and out of play.
That should stay outside. That face-off should come outside.
And we'll see where the referees rule this. I think they're going to say that it's going to stay inside.
No, that was all off the stick of the forward. That wasn't tipped.
Face-off will be again to the right of Houlihan. 2:51 to go in the power play for the Bulldogs. 17:05 remaining in the third period. Gibbs off the face-off. And it's cleared out to center by Sala. Alex Emch, he will leave it off for Boscovich. With Todd Unger there to intercept the puck. Unger looks in front. He was trying to find Bauer, but it's stolen away. And here comes Boscovich 3-on-2. Boscovich tries to get through a man in Kuiper, taken by Bauer and off the boards and all the way down. 2:23 to go in the power play. 16:36 remaining in the third. Boscovich drops it off for Joe Gibbs. Gibbs will start out cautiously. Down the left wing for McLean. Can't get through LaCourte, who forces it back. Gibbs circles back and will try it again. Up the near side boards, Gibbs banks it off. He's looking and finding Petersmark. Petersmark has it stolen away by Melvin, who sends that one up and out on a second effort by Karp. Minute 51 to go in the power play. 16 minutes remaining in the third. William Paterson leads 6-4. First one in to get it is Sabag. Sabag taken down, goes hard into the boards. I'm with you, JP. I'm a little surprised that one wasn't called.
Seriously, that was a cross-check from behind.
But we play on. Into the corner. First one there to get it is Borner. Gets it back after the forecheck by Bauer is unsuccessful. Borner up the near side boards. Tries to play it to center. Almost got a pass back. Instead, it's onto the stick of Sala. He tried to find Sabedo, but the pass was too hard, and it careened into the Bulldogs' end. A minute 14 to go in the power play for Adrian College. 15:26 to go in the third period. The Bulldogs trail the Pioneers 6-4 in this opening game of Pool C action here on the ACHA Hockey Network, and we're so happy you could join us. A nice move and a save by Houlihan. Rebound, score! Crashing the net on the back door. Looked like it might have been Gibbs. Jack Clary does the work. Gibbs sends it home. It's a one-goal game with 15:12 to go in the third. A power play goal for Adrian. 4:48 into the third period. So Jack Clary's only going to get an assist on that goal, but he did all the work.
Yeah, he did. He was able to get around the defender, made a nice pass in front.
And it's Dalton Anderson who gets credit for the goal. And meanwhile, Adrian's still on a power play for the next 38 seconds, but the puck is sent all the way down. Emsch out to play it. Gibbs will start up for the Bulldogs. Leaves it off for McLean. McLean takes a crunching hip check from LaCourte, knocked away from the puck. In comes McDonough. McDonough tries to drop it off. Gibbs a shot blocked on the way, and it's cleared all the way down by Ledwith. 13 seconds to go in the power play for William Paterson. They now lead 6-5. Their 3-goal deficit has been cut to 1. Starting up for Adrian was Hayden Lynch.
Power play's over.
Sent back into the Pioneers' end. Technically, the Bulldogs convert on the power play. Here on the 5-minute major. Shot goes wide off the stick of Benaglio. Didn't miss by much. Benaglio has it in the near side corner. Tries to feed a pass.
What is that?
Penalty coming up.
Wow. 22. Who's 22? Lynch just basically jumped on the back of one of the Pioneers and took him right down to the ground.
As you heard JP excitedly exclaim,
tackled. Basically, it was a tackle.
There will be a penalty coming up. We know this much.
Tackled Brown.
It's going to be Hayden Lynch. We don't know what he's getting. Looks like it's going to be a hold, I think, of 2 minutes. And so with 13:52 to go in the third, William Paterson back to the power play. Lynch 2 minutes for holding. William Paterson 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Bob controlling. He goes for Karp. Karp fires a shot, saved by Emsch, and he'll get the whistle. Minute 43 to go in the power play. 13:36 to go in the third. William Paterson leads 6-5.
It's a big power play right here for both William Paterson and Adrian. William Paterson can get their 2-goal lead back here if they convert.
A big moment in the game indeed. This one off the tie-up. Bob tries to play it up ahead and does for Karp. Across for LaCourte. He goes down for Bob, to the point again for Karp. Karp throws it towards goal. Save Ench. Rebound loose in front. Goes up and over the net. Bounces into the corner. LaCourte tries to play it. He's taken down. Plays it up for Sabedo. He can't find the loose puck. And quickly up ahead. Here comes Session. Session gets through Karp. 2-on-1. Goes backdoor. He was looking for Clary, who has it and sends it back in behind the William Paterson net.
Sabedo put the puck right over the net before he had the whole top.
1:07 to go in the power play for William Paterson. 12:56 remaining in the third. It's a 6-5 lead for the Pioneers. Into the corner, the puck is stolen away by Gibbs. Keeping at the line by Sala. Goes across for Bob. Sala wants it back. He gets it. Goes through his feet and sends it back around. Just out of the reach of Sabedo. Goes up the near side boards for Bob to control with 46 on the man advantage. Sabedo walks the goal line. Shot goes wide. Here's Bob again, to the point for Karp. Karp at the slot. Goes back for Bob on the near side board for Sabedo. Sabedo open over the bar yet again. He might have gotten a piece of the crossbar on that, I think. Here's Sabedo with 30 on the power play. Back behind the net. That shot might have been taken by Sabedo. As now we're going to get a
penalty
whistle
in front. It's going to be on William Paterson, I guarantee it.
It's going to be a tripping call. Nick Brown was on his knees, so I'm not sure about that, JP.
It's going to be a tripping call to William Paterson.
We'll see where the penalty is assessed.
Nick Brown's getting a penalty.
So Nick Brown gets 2 minutes for tripping. That'll be the end of the William Paterson power play. They go to 1 for 4 on the day. And with 12:16 to go in the third, William Paterson will play 4-on-4 and then have to kill off another penalty for 1 minute and 37 seconds. Face off back in the William Paterson end. And it's played out to center and all the way down. Emsch has to come out and play it away from the oncoming Ryan Ertman. First one there is Tyler Steinmel. That one trickled on goal. Emsch made a nice save. Steinmel steals the puck away from Philip Grippy. Out on goal, another save made by Emsch. Ertman ties up and tries to throw it in front. Intercepted by Borner. He'll start out. Here come the Bulldogs up on a power play again. Borner takes it into the corner, takes a hard check from Sala, who gets separated from the puck. And now with it is McLean. Far side corner, with it now is Tomek. Up ahead for McLean on the far side half boards. Down low for Tomek. He'll reverse with Sala all over him. Goes to the point for a keep in by Borner, and it's up and out of play. That forecheck by Ryan Ertman. Minute 12 to go in the Adrian power play. 11:28 remaining in the third period. It's a 6-5 lead for the William Paterson Pioneers. A third period goal by Dalton Anderson has cut the deficit to 1 for Adrian. Off the face-off, Euro sends this all the way down. Emch will leave it off for Gibbs. Ledwith goes behind the net to forecheck, but Gibbs escapes easily. Losing the puck for a moment was McLean, but he got it back and sends a cross-ice pass onto the stick of Winch. Or excuse me, that was Winch. And sent all the way down. 50 seconds to go in the Adrian power play. 11 minutes and 6 seconds, or 11 minutes exactly, remaining in the third. I apologize for the misnaming in time. Like I said, we've got the netting in front of us as that one hits the linesman on the clearing attempt. We've got the netting in front of us, makes it a little bit tough to read, and the numbers for the netting aren't exactly, the numbers for the time aren't exactly well lit. LaCourte plays this one out to center. Pitchforked ahead by Grippy. LaCourte has it again for William Paterson. Short-handed LaCourte down the left wing. A nice move, goes backhand between his legs and plays it around through James Bob. On the near side boards, Bob drops it back. It's into the feet of Boscovich, who will start out. 10:25 to go in the period. 8 seconds remaining on the Adrian power play. Puck skied back in behind the net. Houlihan leaves it off for Sala, who has it now. 2 seconds and 1. Out of the box is Brown. We play 5-on-5. No icing, says the linesman, as circling with it is Borner. 10 minutes and change remaining in the third period. William Paterson holding on to a 6-5 lead. In with a head of steam comes Clary. He drops it off. Shot pad save made by Houlihan. Off the shot by Grippy. Rebound, backdoor play. Down to the ice hard when a Bulldog to the slot. Grippy fires a shot blocked on the way in. Glove down out of the air by Sabedo. Has it behind the net. Sabedo spins it back and it's intercepted on the clearing attempt by Session. Session to the point it goes. A shot coming from the point. Never made it on goal. It hit a Pioneer in front. Penalty coming up. This will be against Adrian. Up to center. Here comes Colin Edwards. Houlihan to the bench for the extra attacker. Here comes Edwards. Walks in. Taken down. Sticked away by Emch. And the touch is made by Clary and will get a whistle. William Paterson will go back to the man advantage. We've got the media timeout with 9:29 to go in the third. William Paterson leads 6-5. They will go to the power play following the media timeout as Adrian Sabag gets 2 minutes for tripping. Want to take a timeout and thank our major sponsors, the R-Bar and the Three-Legged Mare, both located on Front Street right next to the Nationwide Arena and the Ice House. Open late during Blue Jackets games for all your food and beverage needs. We also, of course, want to thank the Columbus Blue Jackets for being gracious hosts not just this year, but last year as well, and really laying the framework for how this tournament should be run, JP.
Yeah, it definitely is a really good tournament here. You come here, you really don't have anything that you want. They really cater to you as you're here playing games, doing games, and it's a really good experience.
And of course, we want to thank everybody involved in the ACHA, of course, Commissioner Jay Peacock, and all the associated people. We just don't have time to name them all, but everybody here has just been so wonderful, and we can't thank everybody enough. The coaches have been great accommodating our requests, and everything that we really need in order to get this broadcast done has been taken care of, and that, of course, goes to our executive producer, AJ Bolden. Off the tie-up, it's a total mashup of bodies in the Zamboni corner into the feet of Nick Brown at this exact moment, to the point now for James Karp. Karp fakes a shot, shakes, he scores! James Karp, top shelf where Mama hides the cookies! Up over the glove of Emch, 7-5 Pioneers!
Yeah, Karp got the puck at the point from a nice pass down low. Was able to come and fake the pass over to Sean LaCourte and then roofed one past the goaltender.
9 minutes exactly remaining.
No,
in the
9:08.
9:08, excuse me. 9:08 remaining in the third period. James Karp, second of the game. Another power play goal for William Paterson. And they regained their 2-goal lead.
Let's credit Nick Brown, too, for doing some work down on the corner of the boards.
Absolutely.
Keeping that puck alive.
Absolutely. Knocked out of the air by Edwards. By the way, I apologize. I had to dip into the cliche pool at least once. At least once. Down in the corner, here's Kyle Borner. Knocked out of the air, pitchforked ahead by Kuiper, but it's pushed back into the William Paterson end. Down the wing, McLean throws it in front. First one there is Mooney. He ties up with a pair of Pioneers. McLean to the point he goes. Shot from Borner, sticked away by Houlihan. McDonough with it now for Adrian. Sent back in behind the William Paterson end. Kicked forward by Bob, but it's stolen back by McDonough. Shot, score! Brandon McLean gets them back to within one with 8:28 to go in the third.
That's the case where the Pioneers just got to keep the puck and clear it. You just can't turn the puck over in your own zone. McLean picked it up, turned around, and shot and scored.
And so at the 11:32 mark, Brandon McLean gets the Bulldogs back to within one. And the roller coaster is not done yet. Face-off back at center ice. Hope you've been watching the whole way, folks, because this has been a barn burner. Tie up on the near side boards. Coming away with it is Boscovich. He plays off for Clary. Down the right wing. This is Winch. Into the corner it goes for Sabedo. McLean's goal unassisted as Karp has the puck in the far side corner. Takes a check from Sewardson. To the point it goes. Kept in by Sala only briefly as it's now played on a second effort by Batheroy. Shot up and off the side of the net. Thought that beat Houlihan over the side. Puck loose in the slot. Played out to the point. Here's Boscovich. Across. Behind the net, it wraps around. Keep in again by Boscovich, but it hops over his stick. Back in front of the Adrian bench for Sewardson. Sewardson plays it up to center, looking for Bathory. Almost intercepted by Winch. LaCourte has it in his feet. Played up to center where it goes as far as Boscovich. He drops it off for Borner. Out of the reach of Winch, it goes on goal. Houlihan has to play it. LaCourte caught puck watching, and Winch gets there first, but LaCourte takes him out of the equation. As we get a whistle and another penalty coming up. As Winch went down a little awkwardly. Little slow to get up.
4 penalties on Sean LaCourte now.
And we'll have a conference at center ice. Winch making his way to the box gingerly. A check from behind is going to be the call. 2-minute minor on Sean LaCourte, who desperately pleads his case. But Adrian goes back to the power play with 7:11, I believe that is, to go in the third period. And yet again, a big moment in this game. William Paterson has to kill off another late penalty by Sean LaCourte. Face-off is to the right of Houlihan. It's won by the Bulldogs. Here's Gibbs looking for a play in the slot, and Mooney goes through him onto the stick of Petersmark. To the point for a shot by Boscovich, deflected up and into the rafters, and will get a whistle. 12 seconds gone in the 11 seconds gone by in the power play. 6:59 to go in the third period. William Paterson clinging to a 7-6 lead in what has been a very back-and-forth affair. To the point, a keep in by Boscovich. Down low for Petersmark on the far side boards. Petersmark out for Boscovich. Back for Petersmark. It goes through him, but he gets it back. Whistles it around Kuiper and gets a pass back from McLean. To the point for Boscovich. On the far side point, gives a blocker saved by Houlihan. Puck sits loose and glove down on a clearing attempt is Boscovich. That one goes up and out of play again. We'll get a whistle with 1:20 to go in the power play and 6:30 to go in the third period.
Now, this is a period where if you're Adrian, you want to take advantage of this right now because it's you need to tie it up.
William Paterson reeling a little bit, and we'll see if the Bulldogs can take advantage, but this face-off is cleared all the way down. Alex Emch will play it off for Kyle Borner. Emch coming in relief of Trevor Kalinowski. This one's stolen. Sabedo shot save. Emch puck is loose. Emch has it and into the boards hard when a Pioneer couldn't tell who that was. That was Bob.
Yeah, it was Bob. We got cross-checked after the play was over. No call.
Face-off will be back to the left of Alex Emch. It'll be Bob to square up against Clary. Clary wins the face-off back into the corner. McDonough wraps it around, and the first one there to play it is Grippy. Here come the Bulldogs with 53 seconds left in the power play. Good zone entry for Adrian. Here's McDonough on the far side boards. McDonough has the puck stolen away from him. Houlihan mooks it off the side of the net. Sala has it stolen away from him, and it goes up and all the way down. 37 to go in the power play for Adrian, and 5:45 to go in the third. William Paterson leads 7-6. Adrian scored 3 goals in the first 5 minutes. William Paterson scored 6 straight. Adrian scored a pair. William Paterson got the lead back to 2, and Adrian got it back to 1. Not 6 minutes ago. Off the tie-up, Ryan Melvin plays it up but not out. A keep-in by McDonough. Wrapped hard around the boards. Here's Jack Clary on the near side corner. He goes to the point. Gets a pass back on a touch from Grippy. Shot blocked down in front. 2 seconds and 1. LaCourte's out of the box. Sabedo breaks it out. William Paterson kills off yet another power play. Sabedo on the rolling puck gets it into the Adrian end. On the near side boards, it's played ahead by Grippy. Sent back into the corner. Grippy ties up with Bauer behind the net. First one there to get it is Sabag. Skies this one out to center. It bounces onto the stick of Walt Kuiper. Kuiper is shot up and out of play. A little too much mustard on that hot dog. 4:46 to go in the third period. William Paterson leading 7-6.
We've seen Kuiper do that quite a bit this past season. Strong wrist shot from that man.
Sometimes the adrenaline just gets the better of you, as we'll get a meeting of the minds at center ice to determine face-off location.
Should be right there.
Looks like that is in fact the case. Off the tie-up, it's William Paterson. Corey Sala has it now. They've played 1 period on the other side. Northern Arizona leads Toledo 1-0. Here we've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the exciting third period of this round 1 Pool C matchup. Wrapped around the boards, Ryan Ertman can't get it out. Bouncing puck onto the stick of Petersmark. To the point, a nice keep-in, gloved out of the air by Houlihan. He'll get a whistle with 4:17 to go in the third. We hope you stick around. The next game on Rink 1 where we are will be Brett Luthner and myself on the call. Florida Gulf Coast will be taking on the University of Northern Colorado. That also a Pool C matchup. The number 2 Eagles will face off against the number 3 Bears. William Paterson, number 2 in the nation. Florida Gulf Coast, number 3. The 2 teams in the same bracket will face each other on Sunday. The implications of that game are not yet known, but coming in, we can only estimate that Sunday's game will be one of epic proportions. Sticked into the corner by Emch. Played back out to center where it'll be controlled by Melvin. Sent back into the Adrian College end in the person of Colin Edwards. Edwards down the right wing, takes it in front. He was looking for a pass in front on Bob, unable to connect as 3:17 to go. Here comes Winch. Winch takes it out wide. He was looking for a pass for Gibbs, banked off the boards, and out start the Pioneers, if only briefly. Poked out of the reach of Scott Huber, but he has it back for Colin Edwards. Edwards on the near side corner. Penalty coming up to Adrian as Houlihan has gone to the bench. And Adrian will be down a man with 3:30 to go in the third period. Or wait a second, is this William Paterson going to the box?
Shouldn't be.
Okay, so, I mean, it looks like Colin Edwards was pleading his case for a little bit, so we just wanted to make sure. Joe Gibbs is going to get the call. I believe it was 2 minutes for hooking. Holding, excuse me. So Gibbs gets 2 minutes for holding, as with 3:30 to go in the third period, William Paterson has a late power play that can salt this away if they can convert. Face-off won by the Pioneers. Side of the net, Sabedo. He goes off the side of the net.
It's the third time he tried that.
To the point, LaCourte. Now Karp. Karp fakes a shot and dishes off to Bob on the near side boards. Bob cuts back to the slot and leaves it off for Sabedo in the corner. To the point for Karp. Karp for Sabedo. Sabedo shot blocker, save made by Emch. LaCourte battling there. Puck, nice keep on the line by Sean McCourt. Near side boards. 1:23 to go in the power play. 2:52 to go in the third. Shot in front, blocked down by Ledwith. That's because he was taken down.
That was Brown.
That was Nick Brown, and cleared all the way down. And we'll keep an eye on Alex Zemsch to see if they try to pull him. I don't think they will during the power play, but as we get closer, we'll definitely keep an eye on the Bulldogs' net. Down the wing, here comes Sabedo with an offsides call. With a
Wow.
minute,
It looked like they just was straddling the line.
with 1:01 to go in the period, and 2:32 remaining in the third. So 1:01 remaining on the power play, excuse me. Pioneers will set Corey Sala out wide in an effort to win the faceoff and make something happen. Kuiper pushes it forward. Sala the first one there to push on Boscovich, but he'll just play it out to center. All the way down it goes. Houlihan has to play it. Forechecking is Brandon McLean. Pioneers in the middle of the line change. Puck up and kept forward by Huber. Down the left wing, Scott Huber looks in front, finds Kuiper. Kuiper is shot off the side of the net. Smacked around the boards by Stewartson and all the way down. 32 seconds to go in the power play. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the third period. William Paterson holding on to a 7-6 lead over Adrian College in this back and forth opener of Pool C. Pass off for Sala in the slot, never got anything on it. Backhanded out to center by Petersmark, and Melvin will have to corral it. He sends the puck all the way down. Wraps around the boards. Boscovich tries to pitchfork and slash that one past Karp. Unable to do so as Karp again keeps it in. Tommy Bauer takes a check from Boscovich as it's played out to center. With it is Melvin. The Pioneers are offside, so it's sent back in by Melvin. 1:25 to go in the period. Here with it now is Sabedo. He shoots off the side. He scores!
Wow, what a shot!
DJ Sabedo from no angle. A water bottle shot. 1:22 to go in the third. William Paterson leads 8-6.
Yeah, the puck was sent in by Ryan Melvin. It came around. Karp and Bauer were able to keep the puck down low. It came out. Karp made a nice little pass over to Sabedo, who was able to roof it past the goalie.
And for DJ Sabedo, that's his second goal of the game. So Karp, Edwards, and Sabedo each with a pair of goals, and William Paterson has their 2-goal lead back with a minute and change remaining in the third. An offsides play forces William Paterson to regroup. Here comes Petersmark down the left wing. It's thrown just wide of the goal, rattles around, out of the reach of Unger. Behind the net, you're probably not going to see Adrian pull Emsch now as they want to make sure they preserve that goal differential. A blocker save made by Houlihan. Here's Unger. He'll start it up to Conan. Conan sends that one out to center. It rolls all the way down. No icing. First one there is Jordan Euro. He'll just play it back behind the net. Up the near side boards, here comes Nick Mooney. Mooney plays this one up ahead. Houlihan leaves it off for Kuiper. Kuiper reverses it out of the reach of Conca, but he gets it back. Played out to center, a diving block by
Hand pass.
by Anderson as Emsch is out of the net, and the hand pass will be called, JP. 24.3 seconds to go in the third. Alex Emsch has gone to the bench. He'll now come back out as the faceoff is inside the Bulldogs' end. 8-6 lead for the Pioneers. This back and forth affair. I hope you've been with us the whole time because it has been a fun game to watch. Whether you're an Adrian fan or a William Paterson fan, this game has been nothing if not exciting. Batted out of the air and right onto the stick of Clary. He'll just send it back in behind the net. Kuiper there for William Paterson with 16 to go in the period. Steinmel crunches up there with Sabat. To the point for Boscovich. Again, Emsch to the net.
Oh, Ertman just got hammered
bouncing
here.
in front.
And there's going to be a penalty called on there.
Sent all the way down. 3 seconds to go. It's going to be an icing call.
No, it's going to be a penalty.
Well, there's an icing call which has initiated the whistle.
No, it shouldn't. First of all, the whistle shouldn't have blown.
JP, there's still going to be an icing call. William Paterson
Okay,
shot.
yeah, it's a delayed penalty. Ertman's going off the ice. He's holding his hand down. He's actually using it, so it looks okay, but he's not a happy camper.
Ertman has gone to the locker room. Boscovich gets 2 minutes for interference. That all but a formality, as with 3.5 seconds to go in the third period, William Paterson will walk away from this one victorious. 8-6 the score right now. And the roller coaster is coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Face-off won by the Bulldogs, kept in by Sala, and there's the buzzer. So William Paterson University gives up 3 goals in the opening 5 minutes of play and escapes with an 8-6 win. Adrian College, an extremely valiant effort. They came out here and shocked the number 2 team in the nation very early on, putting up 3 goals in the first period, forcing Coach Joe Balance to call his timeout. William Paterson answers back and scores 6 straight goals. A pair then by Adrian, and it was just backing and forth and yo-yoing until William Paterson emerged victorious with their 8-6 win. Up next for the Pioneers will be a 5:30 game, tomorrow night against the University of Northern Colorado. Adrian will play at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night against the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. Both of those two aforementioned teams will be playing next in the final game of Pool C's Round 1 action right here on Rink 1. It's going to be Brent Luthner and myself on the call. We certainly hope you'll stick around. Should be another exciting game. John Paterson is at ice level with Colin Edwards. Go ahead, JP.
Thanks, Andrew. We're down here with Colin Edwards. Colin, big win for you guys, 8-6. You got 2 goals on the night. Tell us how this game was for you.
This was a roller coaster game. Came out, that's not how we wanted to start the game. We underestimated these guys. They're a good team. And, we came out the last about 55 minutes there of the 60-minute hockey game, and we played our game. And, that's what happens when we play our game. I don't think there's anyone in this tournament who's going to beat us if we play like that.
Now, obviously, a lot of penalties called in this one. Does that really interrupt the game or an offense such as yours?
Yeah, it really does. You just gotta, you gotta focus on just staying at task. Killing a penalty can be a huge momentum booster. So, we killed a bunch of those off tonight, and killing off that big 5-minute there, that was a huge momentum booster. And you just gotta play strong on both sides.
It's got to be great for you to get back on the ice after being injured the last couple of weeks, huh?
Oh man, I had a blast tonight. I'll tell you that.
All right, Colin. Congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Andrew, back up to you.
Thank you, JP. All right, folks, it's safe to breathe again. The roller coaster known as this game is now come to a stop. You may exit the vehicle. The final score after it's all said and done, the William Paterson Pioneers 8, the Adrian College Bulldogs 6. Again, we hope you'll join us. The next game up is the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles taking on the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles taking on the University of Northern Colorado Bears. For John Paterson, for Brett Luthner, I'm Andrew Shapiro. Hope you'll join us for the next game, but for now, we say thank you for watching and good night.